Today, Sunday, the 1st of September 2024, we have some hand-picked match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And also, we have recently just shared a list of our top 10 over 1.5 and 2.5 goal matches with a total of 15 odds, which we have shared to members only. And to those of you who want to have access to all our hand-picked match predictions, which we share to members only, then of course you want to make sure to join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to all our hand-picked match predictions, including straight wins, over 1.5 and 2.5 goal top list, as well as other prediction type. For you to easily join, I'll put the link below this video description so that you can easily click on it, navigate and join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan and start to access all of these features to take your winning to the next level. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first event of our today's list. Looking at the first event, we're looking at Germany in the Bundesliga, a match between Bayern Munich against Freiburg. First, I want to share with you the performance of the home team, Bayern Munich, based on recent events they have had. They have had games against Wolfsburg. They had a win 3-2. Against Grasshopper in the club friendly, they had a lead, and also they had a match against Ulm. And of course, you can see in the Germany Cup itself, they also had a lead, and 2 club friendly games they have recently had, the lead has been recorded. Looking at that of Freiburg as well, they have shown a very good performance, especially in the club friendly, as well as in the Bundesliga and in the Cup itself. They have registered a good performance. And now, of course, looking at the performance of Bayern Munich at home, as you can see here, they are very good, especially when they come at home. You can see a good reference here based on goals scored. They have shown to prove to be a high goal scoring team, especially at home. And also looking at that of Wolfsburg, they also try to score at least 1 to 3 goals per every match based on away games. Now, this tournament is just starting, and it is the second round of this particular tournament. And these 2 teams have been placed in the second and 5th position of the league table, as you can see here. And looking at everything in place, we are looking at 2 to 3 major picks in this event in full time. For this particular event, of course, these 2 teams have shown to be a good performance team, and their record in the club friendly as well as in the cup and also in the Bundesliga itself have shown a good result and the capability of goal scoring. These 2 teams are coming again to meet each other, and this is just the start of this tournament, the second round, and these 2 teams will want to perform. Also looking at the last head-to-head event these 2 teams made this same year, they had a play which Bayern Munich actually played away, and Freiburg at home, they had a 2-2 draw, making a total of 4 goals. This time, of course, these 2 teams still have a good performance. And as a result, we still want to look at the possibility of 1.5 or 2.5 goal in this event in full time, since this tournament is just starting and both of these 2 will fight against each other to see how they can secure points to move to a better position of the league table, leading to more performance and goals possibility. So we don't want to give any favorite or a straight win, but the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in full time is one of our best pick, as well as looking at the possibility of 2.5 goals in full time. Looking here at the next pick, we are looking at Norway in the Obos-Liga. That is a match between Sadness against Vålerenga. First, I want to share with you the performance of the home team based on recent event they have had. They have recorded that is a very high conceding team, as you can see here, 1, 3, and 2 based on recent event they have had. Comparing to that of Vålerenga, they are very offensive, as you can see based on recent event they have had, 4, 4, 3, and this shows how good they are, especially in the recent performance they have had. Now, looking at the performance of Sadness at home, you're going to see that even at home they concede a lot of goals, and the conceding power is very high. But that of Vålerenga, even at the way, shows a very high offense. Now, looking at the stands, this is the 21st round of this particular tournament, and I want to share with you the form of these 2 based on the recent game they have had. Looking at the home team, I want to share with you its performance, and you're going to see that it is very poor. Out of 5 events, they have recorded up to 13 conceded goals and only 3 goals scored. They are not good. But looking at the performance of the away team, you're going to see that its away performance is still very great. Out of 5 events they have played at the way, they have had 4 wins, 12 goals scored, and 4 goals conceded. They are very good, and there is still a probability of this away team to lead in full time. As a result, we want to look at two major picks here in full time. For this particular tournament, Vålerenga, which is the away team, have proved to be a high offensive team even when they are still at away. And of course, that of its opponent, which is the home team, is a highly conceding team. And looking at the recent game they have had, they have shown a high probability for them to concede. But looking at Vålerenga, their offensiveness is very high. As a result, the recent performance of Vålerenga in terms of the recent game they have played have shown that they score at least between 2 to 4 goals per every event. As a result, we still want to look at Vålerenga to lead with the possibility of 1.5 or 2 goals over. Looking at the next here, we're looking at Netherlands in the Eredivisie, a match between PSV Eindhoven against Go Ahead Eagle. For this particular event, I'll share with you the performance of the home team based on recent events they have had. And you can see that they are very, very offensive, 7, 3, 5, and 4, and also 2. Recent games they have had in the Eredivisie itself, as well as in the club friendly, have shown a good performance. Looking at that of its opponent, they are more conceding, as you can see, based on recent events they have had. And of course, looking now at the stance or the performance of the home team, especially at home, shows that they are very good at home. They score at least between 4 to 5 goals, 3 to 5 goals per every game. And looking at that of its opponent, which is the away team, they are very poor at away and they concede too much of goals. 2 goals per every game, conceding power. And based on the recent event they have had, they have shown that they concede more goals. Now, of course, looking at the stands, you're going to see that this is the 4th round of this tournament. And based on the form of these particular two teams, I will compare this for PSV at home. You're going to see that the performance of the home team shows a very great form. They have just had one event here, 5 goals have been scored. But looking at that of the away team based on the away event, you're going to see that they are not as good as compared to that of the home team. Now, looking at the away, you're going to see that the away team here concede more, and everything in place, we are looking at 2 to 3 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, PSV Eindhoven have proved to be a high offensive team, especially when they come at home. And the recent performance of this particular game played have shown that they are very offensive. For each event, they try to score between 2 to 3 goals in full time. As a result, its opponent as well, on the other hand, proved to be a highly conceding team, especially when they are at away. And therefore, the home team want to take that advantage of the weak defense of the opponent to see how they can lead this match in full time. We also want to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in this event in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next here, we're looking at Australia in the NPL Queensland, a match between Moreton City against Peninsula. For this event, I'll share with you the performance of the home team based on recent events they have had. And based on this game played, you're going to see that they try to score at least between 1 to 3 goals per every event. Comparing that also of its opponent Peninsula, they are also very good at scoring and a highly offensive team. Now, looking at the performance of Moreton at home, you're going to see that they try to score at least between 1 to 3 goals to 4 and 5 goals per every event. But that of Peninsula also, on the other hand, is a good offensive team. Now, looking at these particular tournaments which they are going to play, looking at everything in place, we are looking to add 2 to 3 major picks in this event in full time. For this particular event, both of these two teams have shown to be a very good team in terms of goal scoring. This time, they still maintain a good form, and looking at the goal scoring capacity of both, they are both good. And of course, these two teams want to impress in this particular gameplay. Looking at the last head-to-head event which these two teams meet, there were the possibility of 4 goals, 3-1, which Peninsula Power play at away and lead by 3-1. This time, Peninsula is still away and its opponent is at home. Since these two teams are still coming to meet, there will still be the probability of goals since each of them want to perform. And of course, we are looking at the possibility of 1.5 goal in full time or 2.5 goals in full time. Looking here at the next, we are looking at Australia in the NPL Tasmania. That is Australia Tasmania Southern Championship, a match between South Hobart against Hobart City. For this event, of course, I'm going to share with you the performance of the home team based on recent event. They are average and they try to score at least between 1 goal per every game. Looking at that of its opponent, they prove to be highly scoring in terms of recent events they have had. Now, looking at the performance of South Hobart at home, you're going to see that based on its performance at home, they try to score between 2 to 3 and 4 goals per every event. Looking at that of Hobart, they also try to score 3 to 4 goals, and they also try to concede a lot based on recent events they have had. Now, looking at the stands, you're going to see that based on the stand, the form of these two prove the fact that both of these teams still have the capacity to score and they do concede as well. Especially Hobart City, as you can see, for 5 events, you can see 15 goals has been scored and 12 conceded. Good at scoring and also good at conceding. Looking at South Hobart, they are not that very good at scoring, but the defense is very, very weak as well. So as a result, we are looking at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, since the defense of both of these two are not very strong, and especially that of its opponent, which is Hobart, shows a high offense in terms of goal scoring, and that of its opponent is very weak in defense, then of course there is a probability of goal scoring. Now looking at the last head-to-head which these two teams met this same year in the month of June, there were the possibility of 4 goals, 3 against 1, for which South Hobart lead by 3-1. This time they are still coming to meet, and there will still be high impression here leading to goal probability. So we want to look at 1.5 or 2.5 goals still in this event in full time. Looking here at the next pick, we are looking at Czech Republic League, a match between Slava Prague against FK Pardubice. For this event, you're going to see that the performance of Slava Prague based on recent events shows that they are very good, and they have mostly had games in the Champions League, as you can see, and the performance in the Champions League is not that bad. And also, looking at the match they have had still in the Champions League, especially against Royal Union, shows that they are good. And now looking at that of its opponent, they have mostly had games recently in the Liga itself. Looking at the performance of these Slava Prague at home, you're going to see that they are very good at home, as you can see based on the rating. Comparing to that of Pardubice, they prove to be a highly conceding team at away. Now, looking at the stands of these two, you're going to see that this is the 7th round of this tournament, and looking at the form of these particular two teams, I want to share with you the performance of the home team Slava Prague at home. At home, they are very good. They have had 3 events, all the 3 wins, 8 goals scored and 1 goal conceded. But looking at that of its opponent based on the way, they are not that good. And based on the offense or the defense of the away team, you're going to see that they are weak based on defense and they are not very offensive. And looking at everything in place, we are looking at 2 to 3 major picks in this event in full time. Since the performance of Slava Prague based on recent events they have shown improved performance, and of course, the performance, especially at home for Slava Prague, is good, and that of the away shows weak defense. We want to look at Slava Prague to lead this match. Now, looking at the past performance they had between these two, Slava Prague plays against Pardubice in the club friendly, and they had a 1-1 draw. This time, Slava Prague is still going to play with its opponent, and this time, Slava is still coming home. Therefore, looking at the defense of its opponent and Slava at home, we want to look at Slava to take that home advantage. Therefore, want to look at Slava to lead or just a double chance for Slava or draw no bet. And to those of you who want to have access to all our hand-picked match predictions, and especially the top 10 list of 1.5 and 2.5 goals, which we have just shared to members only based on 10 events with 14.5 odds, then of course you want to make sure to join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to all our hand-picked match predictions starting from today and take your winning to the next level. The link is below this video. Click on it and join to become a member and start to benefit from all of these features. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.